We are in a historic economic collapse. The strongest storm is here. The story of Titanic is what I'm going to use as an analogy. Everyone was partying, everyone was singing, dancing, having a great time. Nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with having fun. They were partying, they were too busy to know what was going on. But right now, as I speak, we are way past hitting the iceberg. We are drowning. And the only ones who will survive are those people who paid attention to the signs and warnings. And a few will more than survive. They will thrive. They will thrive because they took action. The Bible tells us faith without action is dead. What? You have faith in the government? You have faith in the spirit of the American people. That's nice. You have faith in God. You have faith that God will save you. That's all good. Faith is good, but faith without action is dead. That is biblical. Hello, Mariah here. All I know is what got me here won't get me there. What I mean is how my husband and I made our money 10 years ago. It's not going to be the same process. Things are changing at an alarming rate. What I mean is that we are headed to an uncharted territories. I have never seen this. You can call me fearmonger. This isn't the time to be oblivious to what's really going on. Please pay close attention to what's happening around you. Plague, war, supply chain crisis, inflation, the list could go on with all these other things going on in the world. And does any of it sounds like it came from God? Like God made it come to pass in our lifetime? No, of course not. This is not a calamity. This was all done by design. The powerful and elite planned this. This whole pandemic is all scam. What better way to crush and destroy the world so that the powerful and the elite can have their socialist agenda? They can have their new world order, the Great Reset. What does that even mean? What does that mean to you and me? It means the powerful stays powerful, the rich stays rich, and the average folks remain miserable. The greedy politicians inflicted this on us. Make no mistake about it. Don't blame the billionaires. It's the politicians. Period. And it's not that politicians are incompetent. They are evil. For the people at the White House to be smug and condescending in the wake of their failure is disturbing. Almost everything is tied to fuel and energy. That's why inflation is here. You know how the media tries to tell us that inflation is transitory? No. Nope. Inflation is here to stay. Inflation is rigged. Inflation is only bad for poor people. It's actually really good for the people at the top. This is a major problem. It's a major concern. Because do you know how many people still live paycheck to paycheck? The number is exceedingly great. Yet, an ample amount of people are still spending recklessly. Like, I don't get it. With everything going on, people are acting like there's nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. It's same old, same old. What? Are you for real? It's not being paranoid to want to prepare and protect for your family and your loved ones from a major economic collapse. It's more irresponsible of you to ignore the signs that we're headed in hard times. There's a major decline in our way of life. We are being honed to settle for less and be happy with it. Again, prepare. A little preparation could go a long way for you and your loved ones. Just a little preparation for a smoother landing. you'll be glad you did. The Bible tells us in Hosea 4:6, my people will be destroyed because of lack of knowledge. My friends, my brothers and sisters, get the proper information. Stop waiting for the government to send you another stimulus check. Yeah, if you got a stimulus check from the government, because my husband and I didn't get one, didn't get any at all. But the reality is, those stimulus checks that you got in the mail or that got deposited to you, it's there to pump the economy so that the rich could stay rich. And the poor, that's right, could stay poor and poorer. That's what happened with those stimulus checks. The poor stays poor and keep getting poorer by the day. I repeat, get the proper information. Get educated. We are all going through the same bullshit. We are all victims of the greedy, powerful elite in Washington. However, one thing I know is that when a person is too close to a situation, then it's possible to suffer from myopic vision. The time is now for you to make prudent decisions for your family and the next generation. I believe that the best opportunity for great success is found in times of great difficulties. So that's why I'm putting my beautiful lifestyle on hold. It needs to happen. It needs to get done. I'm trying to take action. That's why, because of what's ahead and what's happening right before our very eyes. And how I'm doing it is here. This video is a 3-part series. I made my part 1, this is part 2, and I'm going to make a part 3 that I will talk about how to be rich and be very happy and content. That will be my 3rd video. So I hope you guys check it out. Check out the first one and my other video that I will be making, sharing with you what I'm doing and what I've done to survive and to be content. I'm going to tell you the big stuff, the main stuff that I'm doing. As for me and my family, we have a lot of cars. Yeah, so what I'm doing is I started with the big numbers. So, big purchases for us, cars, besides our house, of course. I'm serious about this because, with what's happening, inflation and everything, you have to understand, you can't continue to do things same old, because nothing is the same. Everything has changed. You must know how to tackle those trials and crises. It's a crisis. We're in a big, major economic crisis. Just to let you know, I driven quite a bit of cars, exotic cars. I had my Escalade ESV Platinum Edition. As a family, we have our Mercedes-Benz and a Jaguar. I had my Porsche Cayenne, and we went from, and we have our Maserati, my Range Rover, custom-made Tesla X. They're beautiful cars. They really are. All those cars I mentioned, from Range Rover, Maserati, Mercedes, Jaguar, Porsche, we have them. I have them all. I've driven them. To this moment, I have no car. I own no car. That is significant. That is a big amount of money that I'm saving the family, so that I could spend that money, or I could reinvest that money on things, on other things. I'm still kind of in a waiting period here because I don't know what could happen. Who knows what could happen in the next 24 hours? I feel like there's war brewing in Taiwan. China could invade Taiwan any minute now. Who knows? Like I said, these are all human creation. This pain, this suffering, this crisis is not God's will. It isn't. So, because I gave up all those cars, I gave up owning all these expensive exotic cars, I am able to save by the thousands of dollars just on insurance alone. my goodness, what is it about insurance company? There, there's something else. That's, another day. We can talk about that too. And number two, you're not going to believe it. Vacation. I stopped or I put it on hold. For the last 2 years, my entire family have not taken a single day of vacation. As far as, like going places just to relax. I can't afford to relax my mind. This isn't the time for me to relax. This is the time to look ahead, pay attention, and take action. So no vacation, but yes, since they lifted the lockdown, we have traveled a little bit without spending our own money. This was all a company expense. It's my husband's company that kind of took us there, for like meetings and conference or what have you. And the family, we were able to tag along. I have not spent a dime on family vacation since the lockdown. Like we said, no vacation. This is not the time to relax. This isn't time to go have a great time, because there are more important things that we need to be preparing for. But like I said, we've been able to just travel a little bit here and there. Like we were able to go to New York, we went to Orlando, California, and some places for just like a couple of days. Taking vacation, especially as a family, it can really be costly. You go from the hotel and your rental car or even Uber. Everything's gone up. Okay, everything is more expensive. So, yeah, those are one of those things that I had to learn to wait. We don't have to go on vacation all the time just so that you can post it on social media that, oh, look at me, I'm loving life, I'm, having a great time. It's kind of insensitive. It's like you're trying to rub it in that, you're here, you're healthy, you're happy, you have money, and everyone else just struggling while you are on vacation. Feel free to live your life in any way you deem desirable, in any way you deem is acceptable. But I can't be that insensitive. I have the money to do it, but my heart can't do it. I just can't. I can't spend my money on it. Yeah, we were able to go to these places in New York for Christmas, like a Christmas mini vacation, all company expense. But if I had to spend my own money, no, I would wait. As a family, we have traveled extensively. We've been around the world. But again, it costs a lot of money to do that. So I'm not wasting my money on it for now. And besides, I know, and I'm going to talk about it in my other video, I live a life where I don't look forward to my next vacation. I created a life. I built this life to where I don't have to look forward to a next vacation. I'm just as happy here at home. But yeah, we like to go see places. And another thing that I'm doing to be frugal, not cheap. Being cheap is different. I'm really being frugal. Just this year, I told my children, especially my two little ones that are still with me, because my two older ones, they're teenagers, they're in college, they're doing their things, they have a job, they're making some money. So I don't zoom into their lifestyle, or I don't zoom into their way of life. They still live with me, but my two little ones, I have seriously told them, and my husband was so happy when I did it too, because I was like, I like to kind of spoil my kids every now and then. But I told them, girls, this year is a no spending year. Like, I even told them, this is funny, and then it became a joke, because like, even when we eat out, I told them no dessert. We're not even going to order dessert. Like, I know that is not me. That is so out of my character. Even my friends, when they heard about it, they were like, yeah, that is so out of your character. That is not the Mariah we know. So, as far as no shopping, no spending, again, the major things, the big numbers. So I literally have not spent a nickel on buying things such as purses or handbag. I've not bought one purse in the last 2 years. I might have bought like two of them for gifts, for a quinceañera gift and like a graduation. But I haven't spent a penny on myself on things like shoes, clothes, jewelry, especially jewelry. They can really break your bank account when I buy jewelry. I don't always buy jewelry, but when I do, my husband gets scared. um, but yeah, no purses, none of those, big ticket. It's irresponsible. It's reckless. It's immature to do that in this time, in this day and age. Again, I'm putting that on hold because I'm planning, I'm preparing on how to thrive in this economic collapse. I hope you guys understand why I'm sharing this, because there's a part of me that feels really like I feel sad and a little bit like annoyed, because when the country reopened from the how what was that, 12 months of lockdown? I don't even remember anymore. It was like half of the country was still on lockdown and the other half of the country were already partying and going to places. But what's really sad for me is that what I was able to witness, I was able to see people squandering their stimulus check, their stimulus money. Yes, I get it. It's free money from the government. It's not really from the government because it's money from the taxpayers. And again, my husband and I, my family, we didn't get any stimulus money. Supposedly, we don't qualify, but whatever that means. They make up their own rules and they make their decisions based on who knows what. And I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not going to whine about that. But the reason I feel sad is because I saw people at the mall buying things like, oh my goodness, I was shocked. I was seriously shocked to see how there's long line of people trying to get in Gucci store and all this expensive boutique, Prada, like even Hermes. Like I was like, I'm walking around and like, I'm holding my husband's hand and I'm like, what is going on? I'm seriously going like, oh, is there something I don't know about? It's like what is it? Is God handing out money out there that we don't know about? Because I don't get it. I'm not even letting my daughters order dessert. Like, screw that. It's not even healthy for you. But it's, oh my, and they're spending their stimulus money on Gucci and Prada and Louis Vuitton and all this expensive stuff. And there's the line to get inside those stores is out the door. It's circling like through there's like they put this little bar thing because that's how many people are trying to get in. And I thought, where are you getting the money to do that? Because I couldn't get myself to spending that kind of money in this expensive stuff, the luxury item. And at the same time, I was like, I was confused in the beginning, and then I was like, yeah, this is why society are failing miserably. They don't know how to spend their money. They spend their money. It's because, there's a reason why there are more poor than there are rich. Because poor people, they spend money they don't have on things they don't need. Rich people, they don't do that. They're very mature and responsible on how they spend every penny they have. And not only that, I'm not spending or buying anything. I'm actually even selling them. Well, or I have sold them. I have this friend who does selling online. I asked her to help me, and she was more than happy to do it. And I told her, hey, keep half of it. I just wanted to get rid of some of the stuff that is just been in my closet. I made a lot of money selling them too, and I even did a estate sale, like a kind of like a garage sale, but they were able to come inside the house and buy furnitures. I was getting rid of a lot of stuff. Handbags. I sold my Hermes, Gucci, Saint Laurent. Um, I made a couple thousands in it, $20,000 because I even sold my platinum Tiffany ring. It was just extra. It was just, it was a lot of money. I sold my Chopard watch. That was a couple of thousands. I didn't want to hold on to these material things anymore. I wanted it to be in cash so that I could spend it on other things, meaning like maybe, buying another real estate. But right now, it's not a good time to do that. Like I said, I'm in a waiting period, so I want as much cash as possible so that I could, start buying the dip because I also invest in the stock market. At first, I was shocked, and then I was sad, and then I was annoyed by how people are so misinformed. They are not getting the right information. They are not financially educated. Their financial literacy is disturbing. It's really mind-boggling how they think they could just spend money on Gucci when they're about to lose their job. Companies are starting to lay off employees already. I just read that companies are already starting to lay off people. I read Carvana, Wells Fargo, and many other companies are already starting to lay off employees. We're headed in a wrong direction. This isn't the time to be saying, oh, nothing to see here. It's same as usual. No, nothing is the same. Everything has changed. So you must know, you must learn to adapt to the new ways of doing things. They call it the Great Reset. Hello, thank you for watching this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for YouTube algorithm so we can reach more people with educational and even funny content sometimes. Hope to see you all again later.